You tuned into the Now, where this morning I mispronounced things, but that means you stuck around to find out what it means. We are talking about the Ujuice SLYM Festival and the celebrations thereof. It is a celebration of health and wellness as well as culture. And to tell me more about it, Mr. Uchenna Hackett, the Master Herbalist, and I'm not going to mispronounce that.
Naturopathic doctor.
Naturopathic doctor joins us this morning. Thank you, Mr. Hackett, not just for correcting me, but for joining us to enlighten us. Because first off, what does that mean? What is a naturopathic doctor?
A naturopathic doctor is someone who uses herbal medicine or a natural approach to reversing or treating with diseases. So it is an interesting space to be in because we have the opportunity to work with our clients holistically, guide them through their diet, and most people have various, I would want to say, deficiencies. So we do blood work and stuff like that and figure out where those deficiencies are. And essentially, we have people back to perfect health in a nutshell.
Well, you and I will have some conversations off air, but it means that you're using the knowledge that you have to enrich people's lives in many, many ways.
Yes.
There's one of the ways being the first 100% keto juice beverage worldwide. That is particularly phenomenal.
Yes.
Again, tell me, what is keto juice?
Right.
So we get a little bit of context.
Right. So Ujuice is the world's first ketogenic super juice. And so what that means is keto is ketogenic. And when the body starts to lose weight, it goes into ketosis, which is where the word keto, of course, keto diets have been trending.
Right.
And so you could literally see or measure ketones in the urine, okay? So then you see that the body is actually in ketosis. So that what happens in that stage is the body starts to burn fat for energy, which is what you want to do if you want to lose weight. Or if you're diabetic, then, well, there's a condition which is called diabetic ketosis, which is not a good thing.
Okay.
But essentially, for people that want to lose weight, we have over 300,000 obese people in Trinidad, close to 400,000, and about almost the same in terms of diabetes. So we felt as though in my practice, we see a lot of diabetic patients, a lot of obese patients, and it was my passion, of course, to do a beverage that did not have any artificial sweeteners and that was low in calories, which is what keto means, low in calories, not just no sugar. So Ujuice has no sugar, but also it's very low calories. Okay, so that's the first, because no one ever took a Caribbean drink and made it healthy. The only time you see a drink that does not have sugar or says no sugar, you'll find artificial sweeteners. In our world, we are in the natural world, so we promote everything natural. Those artificial sweeteners are very cheap if you're manufacturing a beverage. But the real ones, like stevia and monk fruit and so on, they're very expensive. So we took a leap of faith, I have to say, and then made that investment to put a product on the market like Ujuice. But it does extremely well because that's what people want. But they want natural stuff, not artificial things.
Not artificial stuff. So then naturally, the connection between your, well, ability to help people improve their health would coincide with your ability and your association with the National Carnival Commission, I imagine. You found a way to merge the two. Tell me more.
Right. So SLYM Festival, even though we're not officially associated with the NCC, I did meet with NCC, and what we tried to do this said was short notice though. We tried to make this event, which is the SLYM Festival, which seeks to crown the first Mokojumbi champion. It was a Mokojumbi talent competition, really. And granted, during carnival season, of course, you know, they have their competitions and they have their shine with the Marche Gras, which is great. But we wanted to give them a event for themselves. We had participants as young as 9 years old. I mean, it was just incredible. This journey was 4 weeks. We had prelims at C3, and then we had the prelims again, because we had so many of them. We started off with about 40. We had prelims again at Brentwood, and then the semi-finals was at Trin City Mall, and then the finals was August 30th on the promenade. It was just truly amazing.
I can only imagine. What would the criteria or the judging criteria have been like? Because walking on stilts in its own right, it's its own level of difficulty.
Yes.
Tell me what they had to do to set them
So
apart.
they were judged based on their skills. So this brought a lot of skills, as you could imagine. Men on 1 foot. You see Tequila there. He literally, for the finals, took his one of his stilts off and danced on 1 foot. It was quite amazing, as you see some footage. So these guys are now my family. See, that is Tequila dancing there on the tent. His
Properly has his entire stilt on the tent.
Yes. We had some really amazing. We had 2 women that were in the finals, in the semi-finals. One made it to the final that you saw there.
Okay.
And we had the best Moko Jambi talent in the country. So
I can imagine.
Tequila was supposed to be here this morning. He's late. He's on his way. I know he would make it, but he is just truly amazing. After our event, he went on to perform at the Apollo. And, these guys are just tremendous talents. They are giants, really.
Absolutely.
And then we had fire.
Being stilt walkers. Oh, yes, they brought us all these stuffs. I love that for us. I also like that we have, as you're seeing from the visuals here, a particularly large crowd coming through as well.
Yes.
For something that is in its inaugural year, that must have felt rewarding.
Yes, because people, again, for Carnival, you can't miss a Moko Jambi. In fact, they bring the carnival to Carnival, in my view.
Completely agreed across the board.
So again, I felt as though we want to promote Carnival outside of Carnival as well, and that's why we chose to have it during our so-called summertime.
Java.
Yeah. Right? And so that felt really good to see that when we went to, for example, Entrance City Mall, the crowd there was just unbelievable. Like, people want culture. They want to see it close up. And so that gave them a chance to be close up to Moko Jambi and to see the talent directly in front of them.
Makes
that
sense.
was,
Now, granted, this is the first.
Yes.
When do we expect the next one to take place? And how can people be a part so that you have more than 40 persons in your semi-finals and prelim?
Yes, so next day, of course, during the month of August, we do have registration. The people could register as soon as now for next year. And we're going to have some surprises. We're going to add some things to Slim and call it Slimmer. So that
and just so that persons are aware, SLYM stands for
Soca, Limbo, Yoga, and Moko. So at events, we literally had like MX Prime perform. You're going to have more of that next year.
Right.
And then we had Limbos. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough limbo talent to have a limbo competition. So I ended up
so
working.
maybe next year.
Right. So if you do limbo,
come on out.
Yes.
And yoga and, Mokos have been celebrated, so we still have facets that we can explore later on.
Yes, absolutely.
How do we connect with you? Website or Instagram pages, the likes? How do we connect?
Right. So to connect with us simply, you could go to ujuiceroots.com and Ujuice Roots with an S, Roots I should say with an S. And on Instagram, just search for Ujuice or Facebook and you'll find us there as well.
Right. So I have some time to work on my stilt walking.
Yes.
I might need to combine a few talents from what you're describing, but it is something that we will be seeing annually during the August vacation.
Yes, and you have 2 big schools, which is Dragon. He's the Kilimanjaro school. He's in Cocorite, and then Mr. Biznat School actually won first, second, and third prize this year.
No surprise.
Yes.
No surprise at all. Good morning to Mr. Biznat down there in the Southland. He actually would have taught me to stilt walk. One of my very first assignments with TTT was stilt walking.
Serious.
And it was a beautiful experience. Something I encourage everybody to explore, so I really appreciate that you are giving them the spotlight that they deserve, and I look forward to the other facets, the limbo and more soca coming into the fray. Thank you very much, Mr. Hackett, for creating the space and for continuing to do the good work.
Yes, thank you very much for having me this morning.
And that's a pleasure. And to Tequila, who is out there in the traffic. We appreciate your talent, so we salute you. And we come back with more action, more beautiful things here on the Now Morning Show. Stick around.